Alright everyone, so I do want to apologize for my previous video regarding the Redken color gels. I know towards the end of the video it was kind of hard to hear and it had some bad audio, and I do apologize. That was partly filming in bad weather, and also because my grandpa was in the other room using the water and the walls are thin, so what happens is if someone's using the sink or the shower, that can make it sound kind of like fuzzy or like the water's running. So I do hope you guys can look past that. I do want to give some final thoughts here on the Redken color gels. I discovered something else about them I didn't necessarily know. So when I was actually out in the rain, if you guys can see, it looks like my color has lightened significantly, which I am in some ways happy about. Overall, I will say it is a very nice shade. I will say that the toners from the Shades EQ gloss are near identical to Redken color gels. So if you do go to SalonCentric and the color gels are on sale, you can get one shade and then the Shades EQ to refresh it, so that is a positive. But on the negative side, when I was outside in the rain, the color not only lightened, but it ran off onto everything else. If you guys can see right here, that is all color runoff, and there is more on this towel. What had happened was when the rain had hit my hair, I don't know if it was because I had product in my hair that maybe trapped some of the color or made it look darker, or if there was just some excess pigment that was running off. But when the rain had soaked everything, I literally was squeezing my hair and red was running everywhere. And I have almost never had that happen before. I only had it happen once, but it was not nearly as bad. This was literally for hours on end. I had to get a towel and like make sure that I rinsed my hair so it wouldn't run off on furniture or anything, but it was literally running and running red. I mean, like when I was back in high school, I'll never forget this. I think I used like a box dye or something, and we had gym, we had to go out in the rain. I went out in the rain and I came back and everyone was like asking if I was okay because it looked like I was bleeding. I literally had red running from here all the way down, and it kind of stayed in the collar area. It wasn't as dramatic, but when it was on my skin, I had to like wipe it off. This was like my entire, and thankfully I was shirtless, but it didn't get on my shirt. I didn't have a shirt on, but like my shorts were completely stained red. So if you do use a red shade from color gels, just know that it may run red in the rain. So I am kind of nervous to wash this, but I'm also kind of excited because I'm hoping all of this will lighten up. I do know that these colors may not always be true to tone because I've used other 6Rs and this is a little bit more cooler. It's a little bit more flat. It's a lot deeper than other colors. It's not necessarily as translucent as like the Color Fusion would be or the Chromatics. So there is still vibrancy because this color does claim that it will make your hair vibrant, and it does. If you guys can see how cool it looks in the light when the light hits it. It did cover really well on the sides and it saturated well. I will say that this color is great for curly hair because it's curly hair is already hard enough to color in its naturally curly state. This you can easily color through and kind of like massage it in with a brush or your finger if you're careful. And even if you like miss a spot or you don't apply as heavily, I find that when you wear this color, when you let this color process for a while, the heat from your scalp will help it move around so other areas get covered if you may have missed them. So, you know, overall, it's definitely a very interesting product. It's a lot better than the drugstore colors, but at the same time, it does have its drawbacks being a liquid color because most professional brands don't have a liquid color, and I give Redken a lot of credit for being traditional and still having a liquid color for those that maybe have been using, you know, other brands that were not as reliable, and they can still get a nice colored result. This is also great for gray coverage because where I have the few grays, they stain them actually cover them very nicely. If you do have 100% gray, please do not use this color because what's going to happen is you're going to turn your hair pink. You have to mix it with a neutral and follow the manufacturer's instructions. So I definitely think that the claims are true about how this color will cover gray, add shine. They have fashion shades, and they do have avocado oil, which is very nourishing for the color. So this, while it is a low ammonia, it does stink really bad. However, once you rinse it and the odor has fully dissipated, it leaves your hair feeling nice and conditioned. So, Redken color gels, this is just my final like little talk about it. Let me know down below if you guys have tried Redken color gels. I'd like to hear your own testimony.